We're here because free speech is under attack. We're here because people are being convinced that socialism works. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth.
A wake, a conviction, a lawsuit, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lupkin, and here's the news you need to know. The NYPD's Sergeants Benevolent Association sent a damning letter calling out far-left Democratic leaders in New York City for their anti-police and soft-on-crime policies, and telling them to stay away from the funeral of slain officer Jonathan Diller. The 31-year-old father died Monday after a violent ex-con with 21 prior arrests shot him in the stomach when police approached the car where the suspect was sitting in the passenger seat. I'm sure that many elected officials will attend Officer Diller's funeral, shed a few crocodile tears, and prominently seat themselves for a good photo opportunity, SBA President Vincent Vellalong wrote in a letter to union members. The sad reality is we don't want them there. A number of officers who were planning to attend Diller's wake were prevented from doing so because they were called into work for President Biden's security detail for a fundraiser at Radio City Music Hall with former presidents Bill Clinton and Barack Obama. A former high-level Google employee said terrifying patterns were discovered in Google's core products and hypothesized how bias may have entered the Gemini artificial intelligence chatbot. Whenever there is a problem inside a Google product, the company has a reporting system called Go Bad that can be utilized to document potentially harmful content, according to the source. For example, if a user was on Google image search and found a result offensive, they could file a report either internally or externally, which would then be routed to the appropriate trust and safety team. In 2020, this system did not differentiate between different types of issue, such as identity, diversity, inclusion, and discrimination, the former employee claimed. There was no index to find one type of issue versus another. Now, apparently, there is, as Google prioritizes woke policies. FTX founder Sam Bankman-Fried was sentenced to 25 years in prison by Judge Lewis A. Kaplan on Thursday. Prosecutors sought a 40 to 50-year sentence for the disgraced crypto king. Bankman-Fried's defense team will appeal the conviction and sentencing. Kaplan said Bankman-Fried had shown no remorse. He knew it was wrong, Kaplan said of Bankman-Fried before handing down the sentence. He knew it was criminal. He regrets that he made a very bad bet about the likelihood of getting caught, but he is not going to admit a thing, as is his right. Stocks had their best first quarter since before the pandemic. The S&P 500 ended Thursday, the last trading day of the quarter, up by more than 10%, marking its best start to a year since 2019. The artificial intelligence craze, record corporate profits, and optimism about cooling inflation are all contributing to the stock boom. The economy got more good news yesterday when the Bureau of Economic Analysis reported that several key indicators, including GDP and consumer spending, grew in the fourth quarter of last year. Home sales bounced back after a January slump, jobless claims fell, and advertisers raised their full-year forecast. Consumer sentiment is now at its highest level since 2021. The figures indicate that the worst effects of Bidenomics may be over, but the numbers have not yet reached pre-Biden levels. Impeachment witness Tony Bobulinski on Wednesday filed a lawsuit against Fox News' Jessica Tarlov, claiming she had failed to adequately correct false and defamatory claims that a Trump-aligned super PAC was paying his legal fees. Today I filed a lawsuit against Ms. Jessica Tarlov of Fox News for defamation, although I am seeking compensatory, special, and punitive damages from her for the damage her public remarks inflicted on my personal and professional reputation. This is not about money, Bobulinski said in a statement. This is about the truth for which I have been fighting for 4 years. It is important for media personalities like Ms. Tarlov to understand that lies have consequences. Bobulinski has stated that any monies he receives from the lawsuit will be donated to charity. Tarlov, a former Democratic strategist, made her statements on the Fox News show The Five, which is the highest-rated news show on cable. Tarlov attempted to clarify her incorrect statement, but did not apologize nor admit that she was wrong on the air. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of The Raw Naked Truth at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.